you ever been able to have some of these characters you want to stop, but you just keep doing them and you don't know why you are doing them? Have you ever been stuck up in these annoying characters and attitudes, and you are looking for a way to come out of it, but you are not seeing? I want to show you ways that you can be able to break some sinful habits. Your case is not just peculiar. Paul had the same problem. He had certain deportments he was finding very difficult to come out of. Now look at in the book of Romans chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, "For I do not understand my own actions. I do not practice or accomplish what I wish, but I do the very thing I loathe. Now if I do what is contrary to my desire, I acknowledge and agree that the law is good. I take side with it. However, it's no longer I who do the deed or the sin which is at home in me and has possession of me. For I know that nothing good dwells within me, that is in my flesh. I can will what is right, but I cannot perform it. I have the intentions and the urge to do what is right, no power to carry it out. For I fail to practice the good deeds I desire to do, but the evil deeds that I do not desire to do are what I am doing. Now, if I do what I do not desire to do, it's no longer I that is doing it, but the sin which dwells in me." Paul was trying to explain the condition and the position that he has found himself. There are certain times that comes in our lives that we want to do right, but we still see ourselves doing the wrong thing. So many of us that have come out and give our lives to Jesus a couple of times, and you come and confess, "I'll not do this again, I'm not going to this," but at the end of the day you still see yourself doing exactly what you said you will not do. Now how do we come out of this problem? How do I overcome some of these habits? Now habit means an acquired mode of behavior that has become nearly or completely involuntary, something you cannot control. And this is the reason why a whole lot of people are erring, because there is this sin factor, there is this tentacles of sin that had such a strong grip on your spiritual personality that you cannot be able to stop it. Have you found yourself in such condition that you want to tell the truth, you keep telling lies? You want to stop fornicating, you keep going right into it. You want to start praying, you keep on doing the wrong thing. You want to develop some good cause and qualities, but you see yourself going down deep to what you have rejected and what you don't want to do, and it keeps on bothering you. I want to give you some keys that when you apply it in your life, is going to help you to adjust yourself to doing the right thing that you want to do. I hope you're ready to be blessed this morning. The first thing that you're going to do about it is make it a point of prayer. Battles cannot be won physically except you have been able to overcome them and subdue them spiritually. Some of these characters have roots in the realms of the spirit, and until the spirit that is propelling it, the spirit that is pioneering it, the spirit that is exacerbating it, the spirit that is inspiring it in you is dealt with spiritually through prayers, you may not be able to overcome such character. So when you have a character in you, you don't want to be part of you anymore, then begin to commit it in prayers. Keep praying about it, keep telling God about it, keep subduing it in prayers, keep subjugating it in prayers. So when you keep praying about that attitude and that character, then the power of God is going to rise to subdue it. So the first way and the first thing you need to do to overcome it is by persistent and consistent prayer. Number 2, change the channel of such habit. Every thought, every habit has a channel that it comes from. You've got to change the channel of such thoughts. There's something that the Bible says in the book of Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. It's saying, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." So all you need to do is that you need to change the channel of the thoughts. Now, if you are the type that is always overcome by the spirit or the sin of fornication, and you want to stop fornicating, you have no business watching porn. You have no business having sexy movies in your phone. You have no business browsing sexy sites, watching sexy magazines, sexy stories, sexy music, and all that. Those things are the channel that is going to help to motivate you towards the habits that you want to stop. And so if you want to stop these habits, you are going to start deleting some of the channels. You change the channel. You try to renew your mind. You try to change the information that is coming into your subconscious mind. You try to change the channel of it. Replace the movies, the love home movies, replace it with some spiritual movies or some movies that can motivate you into more positive things. So you change the channel of the thought. If the channel of the thought is thinking about your boyfriend, you change it. If the channel of the thought is you keep thinking about how you're going to cheat people, how you're going to do one thing or the other, you change it. Replace it with another thought. This is one way. This is one of the strongest ways that you can overcome evil habit, because every character starts as a thought. You know, every behavior starts as a thought. That's why the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so you're going to think it first before you start executing it. So if you can be able to cut it and delete it in the realms of the thought, you can be able to overcome on the actual performance of it. One way you can do this: delete the thought. Delete the thought, the channel of the thought. That channel where it comes from, you delete it. Number two, give yourself reasons. You need to give yourself reasons why you must stop such habits. And the reasons I'm talking about is a strong reason. For instance, you want to stop the habit of drinking of alcohol in excess and some of these things that can intoxicate you. Then you start giving yourself reason why you must not take it. Tell yourself the reason: when I take it, I misbehave. When I take it, I might spoil things. Fornication, I could get pregnant. Fornication, I could get disease. You give yourself reasons why you must not do these things. Because if you have enough strong reasons why you must not do certain things, you'll find out that you can have strength and motivated enough to put a full stop to some of these characters. So give yourself enough negative reasons. Why I said negative reason is the reasons that are against you doing it, and you must give yourself enough positive reasons why you must stop whatever habits that you are into. You must give yourself enough positive reasons why you must stop it, and a negative reason why you must discontinue from it. Replace such habit with a better one. This habit has happened enough that it has been programmed in your subconscious mind as a reoccurring decimal. So all you have to do is to replace it. Because whenever there is opportunity for such habits, to come up, there's going to be the propensity or the temptation for such to come, because that's the frame and that's the space where it comes up. So all you need to do is that if you delete such habit, that place is going to be empty. Remember what the Bible says: when a demon is casted out of a man, he begins to walk around in a lonely place, and when he has not found anywhere to dwell, it's going to come back. So which means when there is vacancy here, and that space doesn't need to be empty, because if it is empty, that habit might find its way back into that position. So all you need to do is, when you delete bad habit, you replace it with a good one, and then you start practicing that good one. You start making reference to it. You start doing it, and when you keep doing the good one, you now occupy that position. So you need to replace that habit. The last point is one habit for 30 days. For instance, you want to stop smoking, then you now tell yourself, I'm going to quit for 30 days, and nothing will make me to smoke cigarette for 30 days. Instead of cigarette, I can now have chilled water or chilled soda for the next 30 days. Then you now tell yourself, for the next 30 days, I'm not going to do this. then you keep doing that. You watch it after 30 days, you now give yourself another 30 days. Now you find out, if you do this in the next 3 months, you find out that that habit will be completely deleted from your life. In every human being, there are two beasts that lives in you. One is good, one is bad, and they are very hungry. And anyone you feed more will grow to take a greater part of you and to influence you more than every other one. So you be careful the one you are feeding. If you feed the good will be stronger, and goodness shall be seen in your life. Choose the bad will grow higher, and evil shall be seen consistently in your character. Be very, very careful the one that you are feeding. Many people are not where they ought to be because of character and bad habits, and if you don't stop that habit today, it's going to stop you one day.